Hello everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for Simple Stories. I'm using the Full Bloom collection. It's one of the new ones. It's super duper cute and it's perfect for springtime photos. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I have some photos of a bug hotel and it's the most epic bug hotel I have ever seen. I thought that I would scrap these. It's more like a castle, I should say that now. And I thought I would scrap these using the bee paper. It's just so cute. The beehives, absolutely super duper cute. I thought that I would fussy cut around some of the squares to create a strange shape. And that was the plan. It was supposed to be random, a bit strange, with lots and lots of little nooks and crannies in it, which obviously it goes well with the whole bug hotel theme. So there's my shape, almost. It's, an odd shape. It doesn't have any kind of rhyme or reason to it. It's not supposed to be in the shape of a beehive or anything like that. It's supposed to have little ridges in there so that the bugs can hide in all the little spaces. So that was the aim of creating that strange little space in the middle. I have put the orange paper behind it. That's one of the papers from the collection. And I've also chopped up some small bits of that honeycomb paper, which was the reverse of the beehive paper. I've cut those bits up and I've tucked some of those underneath the ridges on the around the outside edge of the shape. So I've got like a two-layered effect, effectively. So here I am with I want to make a title, I decided to use the stickers, the alphabet stickers from the sticker book, I've used the words Bug Hotel, obviously, I have just mounted those first onto white card, and there's two reasons for that. One is so it stands out well against the background, which is plain, so would show up all right anyway, but it's it just does show up better if there is a nice wide white border. And the second reason is so that I can stick my letters together all as one and they can be raised on foam pads. Yes, I just love how doing that with a title gives me a few more options because the stickers are quite thin stickers, so therefore adding them to card as well gives them a lot more, makes them a lot more firm. So I'm just going to add that to layout now. I opted to end up with just one photo on this layout. I wanted to include both of them, but they were two different orientations, and I find that difficult to make work. I can do it if I'm doing a horizontal design. That tends to work because I can fill in that awkward gap that is created. But I just couldn't make it work on this layout, so I've decided just to go for the one. That's obviously in place already. You can just about see the yellow bits that I put in place earlier that I was talking about. So a couple of little bits here and there, just to create a little bit more interest to that shape and to get that honeycomb paper in because I just loved it. Just going to put my title in place. Now, because this is a bug castle, not really a bug hotel, I am going to cross out the word hotel with embroidery floss, and I'm going to write the word castle instead. So I want it to look like I have scratched it out if I was handwriting it, for example, I just wanted to look like it's been scratched out and then an amendment made. So that's what I'm going to do, just with a couple of lines of embroidery thread. I've gone for like a mustardy colour to match the yellow. And then you can see that I've just done two long lines over the top of the word hotel. And then I'm going to handwrite in true, amendment style, the word castle in capital letters. I wish I'd done it a bit bigger, but I have quite tiny handwriting generally, so that's pretty big for me. So, but it doesn't show as well as I would have liked. I didn't want to add the word castle in alphabet stickers because they would have just been a bit too big, so I would have lost the effect of that. So I really like how this looks and how this turned out. I think that it kind of makes the point that I'm trying to make, that no, this is not any old bug hotel. This is a bug castle. It's so huge and amazing. So anyway, moving on to the fun part, which is all the embellishing now, my favorite things to do. the Full Bloom collection has got a pack of bits and pieces, which is the general ephemera. It has a pack of journal bits, which is kind of journaling spots, and it also has a pack of floral ephemera. Now, I'm a massive fan of floral ephemera. I don't, I always used to say that I didn't like flowers that much. That's not true. I love flowers, but I didn't put them on my layouts that much because they always just felt too girly. But I've got over that now, and I use them loads because I just find that flowers are such a a generic thing to use on so many layouts. They go with anything outdoorsy, and also I love the fact that these flowers are not, really all pinks and reds, that kind of thing. It's a real mixture. You've got turquoise ones, you've got mustard ones, you've got pink ones, you've got kind of reddy ones, and orange as well. So I just love the whole colour scheme in this collection. It's just so lovely. Great for spring. Great for boys and girls. So yeah, all good. Okay, so I have been through all the ephemera packs. I've pulled out some buzzy bees that look super cute, and I've got them buzzing around the word hotel, bug hotel. And I've got a little beehive at the bottom, or it's quite a big beehive compared to the ones on the background. And I've tucked some flowers into various places. I have got to add some little bugs, so I've got a couple of snails in place there, and I've also got a little signpost behind the beehive too. And I need to kind of stop soon because this layout is pretty busy already with the beehives in the background, that I need to not go crazy on the embellishments because I don't have a huge amount of space because I only have the internal bit of the orange, and I need to just keep some areas plain because otherwise it's going to get extremely busy with all those beehives in the background, the photo, and the different embellishment clusters too. So yeah, I just had to be a bit careful not to go overboard. So I'm going to pretty much leave it there. But I felt that these bees needed little trails behind them, the little ditzy lines to show where they have been. So I just carefully drew those with a pencil, and I have made them made the holes with a paper piercing tool and mat, and I'm going to stitch them just using like a running stitch, just with gold thread. So this is gold sewing machine thread, so it's quite thin. I probably should have doubled it up, but I didn't, so they don't show as well as I would have liked, especially of course because of the amount of time they took. I would have preferred them to show a bit more, but lesson learned. Otherwise I could have done them with a regular embroidery floss, but it wouldn't have been gold, and I just thought that gold would add a nice little extra effect on there. So I'm going to just get those all stitched, and yes, I won't make you watch me stitch all of them, I promise. Okay, so they are now all stitched, and I'm just going to finish off with some splatters of white paint. I just love the way splatters of white paint look over embellishments. Yes, I'm just going to add a few of those. Oh, before I do that, I've remembered to do my journaling first, which is very impressive for me. Quite often I splatter and then think, oh no, I haven't done my journaling. Anyway, I've done my journaling, and now I'm just going to do some splatters, just a few around the embellishment clusters. I'm not going to go all over the layout just because I don't want to overpower anything, and I wanted to keep that middle space fairly clear. So there you go, that's the finished layout. I hope you've enjoyed it. I loved how this one turned out. I just thought it was just awesome. I love the bees. I think the bees are just so cute, and it was so perfect with my photos. Okay, so thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland using Full Bloom by Simple Stories.